Hey there, real estate professionals. Brian Moses here, founder of Real Estate Training Breakthroughs, customized coaching and seminars, and real estate coach and trainer to many of North America's most successful agents. You know, I coach agents every single day. I coach individual agents who sell 100 homes a year or more. No team, no assistants, just super efficient, lean, mean fight machines, very profitable. And I coach teams that do 5, 6, 700 transactions annually and make millions and millions of dollars in commission income. So I want to give you another real estate training tip, a little quick, easy to consume, fast download consumption on working with for sale by owners. So I'm going to break this up into some chunks. So first, where do you find for sale by owners? Well, obviously, for sale signs that say for sale by owners, those get my attention. But you can look on Craigslist, you can look on ZBuyer, you can look on Zillow. There's a Make Me Move on Zillow. There's for sale by owner websites in your marketplace. You can neighborhood scout when you're out and about, etc. But once you identify a for sale by owner, how great would it be if you had a strategy that virtually got you face to face almost 100% of the time with anybody who is selling their house? Pretty good strategy. I think in most cases, if you can get in front of somebody, and certainly with some training, some coaching, some direction, saying the right things, you're going to get good results if you get in front of good quality people. And these people are thinking about selling. So to make it easy, I have a script, but rather than give you a script, a lot of people don't like scripts. Let me give you a framework. When I talk with a for sale by owner, the first thing I want to do is I want to disarm them. I don't want them to be defensive. I don't want to create an adversarial relationship. So I take the words out of their mouth. As soon as they know that I'm a real estate agent, they're going to shut down. So I need to disarm them. So that's step one. It would sound like this. Ring, ring, or knock, knock. Hey, I'm Brian with ABC Real Estate Company. And I know that you're selling your house yourself, and I just want to let you know I'm not calling to list it. So I disarm them. I am not calling to list your home. I'm not calling to see when you're interviewing agents to list your home. The reason I'm calling is many times people like yourselves are staying in the area, and I was wondering, do you have an agent to help you locate your next home? We have a database that's proprietary, and if we know where you're looking, what price range, what style, what amenities are important to you, we can give you instant real-time access. It's like having a backstage pass to all the inventory that's for sale. Would that be beneficial? There's no cost, no obligation. So I make that offer. Now, the best thing to do is get them excited about it, because if they go looking at property and they find a property they love, guess what happened to the motivation to sell their house? It goes right up, and you end up getting the listing because you found them a house on the front end. So that's step one. If they go yes or no, or they're moving out of the area, it doesn't matter. Second question, because now they're disarmed, let's ease into the listing conversation. So, hey, I'm curious, are you folks willing to co-broke with agents like me in the sale of your property? Meaning, if I had a buyer, would you be willing to cooperate with me in the sale? And in most cases, folks, they say, oh, absolutely, we'll pay 3%. We're going to pay 3% to anybody who brings us a buyer. That's good to know. Now we only need to make up the other side of the commission, right? So if they're willing to co-broke, when can I come by and see your house? And you book the appointment. Now, when you book the appointment, you want to qualify that appointment. So you confirm the address, you get their contact information. So is this your cell phone number? Is there a work number that I could reach you at if I needed to? Can you tell me a little bit about your home? I see that you're asking $499.9. How did you arrive at that price? Did you have it appraised? Did you look at any comparables? No, that's what we paid $300 for it. We figure the property has gone up $200,000 in value. All right, great. Are you aware of any similar homes that have sold recently? So you want to get some background and qualify them on price. How much do you presently owe on your home? If they ask you why you need to know that, I was curious to see if there was any opportunity to maybe do some owner financing. If we could do owner financing, or even a little bit of owner financing, we could help you avoid capital gains taxes, further increase the demand on your home, get you a higher price, or maybe even potentially keep it as an investment so you get a consistent return on your investment every month? Or are you looking for all your cash in? Well, we're looking for all our cash in. Okay, great. About how much do you owe? So I want to know if there's equity in the property, but I also want to demonstrate that I know a shit ton more about real estate than they do. So that's why I ask those questions. Hey, Mr. Seller, what's more important, selling your home quickly or getting the highest price? What's your ideal time frame? When, if you could wave a magic wand, when you would move? Are you staying in the area or moving out of the area? Do you own the property individually in a trust with someone else? Will they be available when we meet? No, I'm handling this. Well, the reason I ask is because I like to have both the husband and the wife or both owners present so I can get their perspective and insights while I'm there. You see, many times your significant other has a different perspective and different thoughts, which will trigger some things that may be beneficial to me reaching out and finding some buyers. So they don't have to, spend a lot of time with us, but if I could get their input, it would really, really be helpful. And then lastly, if you don't have to sell within a certain amount of time, what is your time frame? Do you ever see yourself listing the property in the future? Yes, no? I want to know what their plans are. Are you speaking with anyone else about the sale of your property? And if the answer is yes, I'd like to know who. So that's the next steps in the process. Now, what if they say, no, we're not willing to cooperate? Okay, well, let me be clear. I'm not asking you to pay anything. When we work with buyers, we work as an exclusive buyer agent for our buyers. And our buyers have signed an agreement where they're accepting the responsibility for our compensation, which means you don't have to pay anything. So said differently, if you don't have to pay us anything and we handled the transaction and brought you the buyer, would that be okay? Well, if we don't have to pay you anything, that'd be okay. Great. When can I come and see your house? Book the appointment, ask the qualifying questions. Now, let's say that I do have a buyer that is under agreement with me, and they've agreed on the buyer agency fee form to pay me 3%. And this seller doesn't want to pay anything. And the house is listed for $499,000, $500,000. 3% is 15, right? So if the buyer liked the house, I could always make the offer of $515 to cover my fee so that the seller gets the price that they want. I'll say it differently, folks. Look, we always get confused in the industry. People think the seller pays the commission, and that's why people go for sale by owner. They don't want to pay the commission. But the truth be told, price is a function of supply and demand, and the more demand that the seller gets on the home, the better price they're going to get. So many times we can build our commission into the sales price. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment if that's an option. You can message us at coaching@brianmoses.com. You can private message us on social media. By now, hopefully you're following us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're everywhere. And we want to offer you all kinds of short little training videos so that you can sharpen your skills, get yourself inspired, motivated to go out and increase some business. I also want to invite you to a listing class that I'm doing, where I'm going to teach you everything that I do from A to Z to get a listing. From the moment I speak with a seller and I qualify them to the time that I arrive at their house and knock at their front door, I'm going to show you what I say when I introduce myself. I'm going to share with you some secret little ninja tactics that will help you eliminate the competition as you're touring the house with them without disparaging the competition, obviously, because we're all professionals. I'm going to show you how to better articulate your benefits presentation, how to stand out and differentiate yourself against competition. I'm going to show you how to get into pricing. I'm going to show you how to get a verbal commitment that they're going to use you and that they aren't interested in talking with anyone else so that you can move on to price. Then I'm going to walk you through how to deliver a net sheet and then how to transition from the net sheet or the proceeds of sale into the paperwork and get the listing signed. If you're interested in that class, it's probably going to be 30 to 40 minutes, but it's going to be intense. It's going to be awesome. When's the last time to see somebody who's listed thousands of homes in their career show step by step what they did to list so many homes effectively? So if you're interested in registering for that class, click on the link below or go to brianmosesclass.com. It's as simple as that. There's no cost for the class. There's no obligation to do anything with us beyond the class. All you have to do is register, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. So I'm Brian Moses. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you in my listing class. Just register at brianmosesclass.com. Have a great day.